All right, next question is, how do you protect culture during change? I see, over to you.
Good question. I I think this goes back to something I said earlier, and actually something that Dion alluded to as well, which is kind of making sure that your remaining group is equally as protected by the behavior that you have during this process than your leaving group. And I think that therein lies the answer. It's this openness in communication. It's how you treat the people that are leaving. Not just at the time that they're leaving, but what else are you doing, right? We talked about the way that Airbnb made sure there was this kind of whole life after Airbnb package that went with it. There's your laptop, there's a service that helps you write your resume. There is, there was a learning stipend, like a class stipend, so that you could go and take additional classes if you wanted to. And so it's not just, are they getting a fair payout? It's what else is there to it? So I think between that, how you communicate before, during, and after, how you treat your exit group, all of that contributes to essentially how your remaining employees perceive you. And so that will dictate whether or not and to what extent you're able to safeguard the culture that you have. The other piece is, and I think this is equally as important, you also have to be ready at a certain point to move on from it. You also can't apologize to that group forever. And I think that is also something that some companies get stuck in, is like, let's address again how we're feeling about this. If your communication is really solid throughout, and there is like a line that we're able to draw at the end of it when the last person's agreement is signed, and we'll have, I don't know, some kind of leaving do if people want to do it. But that has to be your line in the sand. You have to be prepared to move on and be like, okay, this happened. None of us enjoyed it. It was necessary for the future of the business for ABC, but this is now how we're going to move forward. And you have to be very comfortable making that shift and stop. Because if you continue to look back, they will continue to look back. And then they just kind of live in this space that can feel negative. Even if you've handled it really, really well, it will feel really negative for them, rather than, okay, this is now our goal for end of year, or this is our goal for this quarter, or, oh, I have a new team, and find excitement within that. So yeah, like beginning, during, and after has to be handled well, but life after also has to be handled really well. And this preparedness to move on while being prepared to listen throughout.
I think you make some really good points there. And I think, going back to your Airbnb point, that's kind of why What Do You Do exists. We provide that aftercare for employees who are departing the organization. We help them through that transition psychologically, but also providing them with really practical, assessments for where they can figure out what to do next, how to upskill in other new career pathways, but also from the psychology coaching side, it actually gives them that space to talk about that transition and create a bit of an action plan as to what they're going to do next. And also from a business psychology standpoint, I've worked with businesses who've gone through transitions, and they've provided coaching for existing employees as well to help ensure that it gives them that space to speak with someone who isn't within the organization, or even in the organization if they have internal coaches. It enables them to have that space to talk through it and talk about their concerns in an unbiased space. So that's one thing that you can do as well.